that gonna fit everyone?
Yeah, easily. 12 customers total.
How do they turn a profit?
$12.50 a head, that's how.
What, are we eating a Rolex?
It's one of his classics. You have to try the mouthfeel of the mignonette.
Please don't say mouthful.
Tonight will be madness.
Okay, Jamal Finkley, BLACKTREE TV. Hey, John, how you doing?
How's it going? Where you at?
I'm in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, nice. Love Nashville. Yeah, it looks pretty out there.
But look, I mean, you've had such a great career. I mean, of course, everybody loved Encanto last year. I mean, going all the way back to Summer of Sam and all the other great projects.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Did you ever have Calling Dr. Sunshine on your resume that
I got a few Dr. Sunshines in my resume, but you know what's interesting? Some of them they were Dr. Sunshines at the time, but now over time they become cult classics, like Super Mario Brothers. The Pest. It bombed at the box office, but then now every time I go to Comic-Con, it's everybody's favorite flick as kids.
Yeah. I mean, you got so many, but Benny Blanco might be my favorite character.
Oh, thank you, man. I'm very proud of that. Thank you.
So as far as fancy restaurants, I mean, do you I'm sure you go to all these fancy restaurants. Have you had any experience that's without all the extracurricular activities going on in the menu? Have you had any, chef that was as extravagant and particular as Ralph's character?
Yes, there was one particular dinner at this very fancy soul food place, and the chef was really tough. You weren't allowed to talk. You weren't allowed to change your order. There were no exceptions, no changes. We weren't allowed to talk to each other, and you had to really enjoy the food, and you had to comment on it. It was pretty wild, but it was delicious. It was worth it, the abuse.
Yeah. How's it different for you as a actor when it's an ensemble piece as opposed to some other roles you play? I mean, is it anything like an NBA team? Do y'all need to gel as a team?
Yep.
This solo performance.
Yeah, well said. Well said. It is. Everybody who's a new player has to gel in, and we all have to have our specific. Whether you're a forward or you're a center, you got to know what your place is in the plot. You know what I mean? And luckily, I got to work with Amy Carrero, who's a brilliant improviser. So I was able to have somebody who can assist me. Could be my Pippen to my Jordan. You know what I mean? And she was that.
How much do name droppers get on your nerves? So I'm sure, as an actor in Hollywood, anybody that has any little tentacles, like, hey. Yeah, I know Spike. I know this person. I mean, how often does that irritate you that people would like to just name drop around you to try to impress you?
I don't know, because I'm always name dropping just as much. So I don't notice their name dropping because I'm a big name dropper. I've earned my name dropping because to be into this business and being a Latin man was a big struggle to get here. So if I can throw Spike Lee, Ava DuVernay, Wesley Snipes, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Speaking of being a Latin man, I know this is a different film, but I mean, Wakanda Forever did huge this weekend, and they had a great cast of anti-heroes that were Mexican and Guatemalan.
Oh my God!
Something like that do worldwide, 330 million box office over the first weekend. How, as a Latin man, you see that represented?
Oh my God, it's so exciting. When I saw that cast and Black and Brown full ensemble, it was so beautiful, man. It warmed my heart, gave me so much faith in the potential for possibilities, It was great. I mean, especially to see indigenous Latin people, as opposed to white Latinos or white passing Latinos. It was really good to see indigenous Latinos who get the least play in casting. So kudos to Black Panther. I hope the whole world makes it the biggest hit ever.
Yeah. Well, this is a great movie. I didn't expect so many great performances out of this, but I can't wait till everybody sees this and talks about this movie. And I can't wait to see you whenever you got coming out next. Next Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, part 3. Yeah, no doubt. Thank you, man. Thank you. Much love.